Hi, Adam.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Coleridge.
Oh, don't let me interrupt you. Just go ahead with your reading. You know, you should call me Delia, you know. We've spent a social evening together. Goodness, Roger gets a lot of mail. I like to check through it because every once in a while something would come from me from when I did volunteer work. There's something in your mailbox, I think.
Oh, that couldn't be. I just picked up my mail.
Uh-huh. A. Cohen. A little bitty envelope. You must have just missed it. Roger, Roger, Roger. Nothing for me. Something interesting?
This must be a mistake. It's somebody's tickets for the ballet this evening.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, they're for you. Oh, they give them out all the time here. Ones they haven't sold, I guess they figure young doctors deserve them. You do like the ballet. I mean, you play the cello, right?
Well, sure, I like it fine. Well, this is great. I wonder who I'll go with.
Oh, well, now that shouldn't be a problem for you, I mean. I was surprised you didn't bring a girl to the Feldmans for dinner last night. Oh, you want some tea?
No, thanks.
It was really nice, though, wasn't it? Of course, Pat and Roger and I felt a little out of place, but I told them it's like traveling. You learn new customs. The nicest part was seeing Nancy smile again for a change, though. Sugar?
Sure.
Really nice people, don't you think?
Very nice people. That's it. That's what I could do. The Feldmans.
Nancy! Sure, you could take her to the ballet. Oh, that would be great. I mean, she hardly ever gets to go anywhere. Every night reading with her father there and waiting around for Patty, who never shows up. And the ballet, you know, it's the love of her life.
This could be a wonderful way of saying thank you. I mean, I was thinking of sending flowers, but this is better.
Them?
Sure. Beryl Feldman's been just as cooped up as Nancy. They should both go out on the town. Excuse me.
$25 a piece down the drain. Okay, take these to Dr. Stevens. Go to pathology first.
Is it okay if I go in?
Oh, sure, go right ahead.
Thank you.
Nancy!
Hi.
Hi. I was just thinking about you and your mother. Listen, thank you for making me feel so at home last night.
Well, it was good to have you. My mother likes the way you eat.
I told her that her cooking spoke to me. Listen, I just fell heir to a couple of tickets for the ballet for this evening, and I'd like to, by way of appreciation, pass them on to you. Take your mother and have a good time.
Adam. Well, that's awfully nice, but they're yours, aren't they?
To do with, as I see fit. You and your mother can use a little recreation, am I right?
Tonight.
I think I saw that Pat's on duty tonight.
Yes, he is. I'd love to go, if you're sure you can't use them.
I am using them. Think you can talk your mother into it?
Well, I'll twist her arm. Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Enjoy it.
Tell me that you couldn't talk her out of the separation.
Not yet. Right now, Jillian is in San Francisco on that job interview, which I'm sure will be successful.
And you just let her go.
Well, what was I supposed to do, huh? Chain myself to the nose of the airplane? I assure you, she would have told him to take off anyway.
I don't understand how things got so far out of control. Did you at least tell her that I'd resign from the board of the memorial?
Yes, and that you would leave your $3.5 million in. I even told her that I would move out of the apartment. She said it was too late.
Well, what about the Beaumont Pavilion? I mean, doesn't she feel obligated to Edmund's memory, or is she just going to walk away from that, too?
No, she feels she'll be leaving it in competent hands, yours and mine.
You really did it, Seneca. That memorial has been trouble from the day it started. Without it, Jill and Frank would never even have to communicate.
Ray, shut up!
Ah, if you talk like that to Jill, I can see where a few of the problems might be.
Now, don't you tell me how to handle Jillian.
Why not? It might help.
You're hardly an expert. If you hadn't thrown your weight around at that meeting.
All right, Seneca. Come on. Let's not do this. You and I are not adversaries. We both have the same goals. You want to save your marriage. I want to see to it that mine happens. We are going to have to pool our strengths and, if necessary, pull them apart from each other by force.
They're not going to get that close.
How are you going to prevent it? She's far away from you already.
I'm not sure, but I'll tell you this. I'm not going to let her go. I'll do anything I have to do.
And so will she. And I am afraid that Frank is capable of following her. No. We are going to have to decide on immediate positive steps, my friend.
Well, now, you listen. I will decide on the steps to take relevant to Jillian. You handle Frank. You keep him in Washington.
Seneca, I can only do that for so long. He's going to want to know what's going on with the Bolac Pavilion. He's going to call her for progress reports, to set up board meetings. He will grab at any excuse to make contact with her. The other day, I practically had to take the phone out of his hands because he wanted to call her up and tell her he was available.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sure you must have stopped a lot of phone calls, and I'm sure that it's unpleasant for you, but you're just going to have to keep doing it for a while.
All right. Something else I think you ought to know. I have suggested to Frank that Jill may be in a delicate condition.
You told him that she's pregnant?
No, I said that you implied it and that I thought it was a possibility because you both want to have children. Please, get your wife back here and make that a reality. It'll solve all our problems.
Damn it, don't you think I know that? But I can't force Jill to have another child.
Well, what somebody ought to do is take that lady by the scruff of the neck and force... And do you know that somebody just might?
Not you, Ray. Now, I'm warning you. You stay away from Jillian unless you really want to inflame this situation. You don't even talk to her on the telephone. Any reminder of you is a reminder of Frank.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Just sit back and wait while she goes her merry way and takes away everything that I want?
No. When she gets back from San Francisco, we'll have a rational discussion about all the things that are positive about our relationship. Given a chance, you'll see that the separation is destructive. We'll re-sign a marriage contract under any terms she wants, and it'll be over. Look, all you have to do is handle Frank.
Seneca, thank God my wedding is soon.
Thank you, not yet.
You slept some?
Yeah, I slept quite a lot, actually. It was lovely. When I couldn't sleep, I counted stars.
How many were there?
365 in one corner, then I gave up.
You gotta be stiff.
Oh! No, I do yoga.
You better stretch out. You'll stay curled up like that for good. Well, let me know if you want coffee.
I will. If I want coffee. Oh! I'm fine. I'll just stretch out straight down here for a few minutes. Oh.
Why don't you roll over and let me massage your back? I'm good at that, you know.
Oh, I'm sure you are, but I'll pass up on the experience.
Well, at least let me help you on with your shoes. It's a long stretch when your back is out.
Hey, I've been doing this for myself for a long time now.
You know, a little foot massage does wonders.
Oh, I'm aware of that. I'm really okay.
In other words, I better not lay a finger on you, right?
In other words, if you do, I will personally pitch you overboard. I took a class in survival skills
Bet you got an A.
with oak leaf clusters. So, how was your night?
A little lonely, but pleasant. Those bunks are pretty comfortable. Do you want to try yours tonight?
I don't know. We'll see.
The cabin doors have bolts on them. You can work them from the inside.
That's a definite plus factor.
Siobhan, did you really think I was going to steal into your room in the dead of night and force my attentions on you?
You forced me onto this boat for 3 days without so much as a suitcase?
We've got everything you need right here.
What do? You have a complete line of ladies' lingerie.
No, we've got a clothesline and an extra toothbrush.
Terrific. Look, Joe, I'm fine. Why don't you just go do your fishing thing and I'll see you in a day or two?
I wish you wouldn't stay mad. It's such a waste.
You know, I'm inclined to agree with you. Last night when I was laying in that thing, after I got used to the dark and the quiet, I sort of liked it.
You weren't scared some sea monster was going to slither up on deck?
Not after the first half hour. It was just this steady sloshing sound and all the stars. I had an odd sense of well-being. It was good.
I thought you might like it too. That's one of the reasons why
Go ahead. One of the reasons why you brought me on board under false pretenses. I understand.
all of a sudden you understand.
All of a sudden you admit. I understood that from the very start, and I hated it. But why be a prisoner of my own reaction? Maybe I'll just let it go and behave more like my mother. Make the best of a bad situation.
Maeve says that?
Yeah, I was given strict instructions in the cradle to grin and bear it.
I like your mother so much.
Yeah, I think I'll look on this as a vacation. An enforced, unexpected, wonderful vacation on the open sea. I mean, I like boats, I like the water. I love this sunshine. And a few days of uninterrupted sunshine is a luxury I wouldn't ordinarily allow myself, so why not enjoy it?
Why not? Should I tell him not to hurry the catch?
Yeah, well, I'm still anxious to get home, but in the meanwhile, there's all this sea air and sea food. Look, I can get peanut butter any time. Why don't you tell Boris I'll eat whatever he's cooking?
Gee, maybe the next thing you'll be saying is you might just enjoy my company.
Oh, please, let's not get carried away. I'll tell you what. Why don't we make a little agreement about the next day or two, or however long it takes to fill this boat with fish?
What did you have in mind?
Few little common courtesies, some guidelines of behavior.
For me?
No, for both of us. Number 1, no more lies. I will not learn suddenly that the Nova has crossed the international date line. Number 2, you can cut out of your conversation those little macho innuendos like you don't know what you're missing, baby, etc. I mean, you don't say stuff like that. You're really nice to talk to.
Thanks. I like you too. I'll try.
You also put words in people's mouths, but maybe that's something I can live with.
As long as I don't touch your feet, right?
Yeah, you got it.
What about you?
Okay, if you agree to stop trying so hard to seduce me and talking about it all the time, I, in turn, will be more civil to you. And maybe this will be a wonderful opportunity for us to have some good conversation and enjoy the sun together.
Okay. We'll do it your way. You ready for some coffee?
Yeah, I think I am.
I don't see any restrictions here. You can sing as soon as you like. Take him anything.
Good, thank you.
Anything wrong?
I promised Daddy I'd bring him a coffee egg cream this afternoon, but I thought I ought to check. It's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. If he's talking egg creams, he's much better.
Well, his mood is. I told him all about last night's dinner. He was so happy you invited his doctors.
Nancy, you didn't mention who else was there.
He didn't mention Pat, neither did I.
I'm sorry, darling, but after the last incident...
Mama, I'm aware of the problems.
No, I'm sure you are. Forgive me. I'm just so upset that I really have no reason to. It was a nice night, in spite of my worries.
Well, you had a point about Delia. She loves to embarrass Pat, and she did. He said she's made the faux pas into an art form.
She and Dr. Coleridge do make a strange pair.
Everybody says they're ecstatically happy, which makes me wonder about Roger.
Opposites attract, I guess.
Oh? Never mind. Incidentally, something nice. Dr. Cohen says thank you to both of us.
What's this? Ballet tickets.
For tonight, for the two of us.
Oh, Nancy, I'm so sorry. I can't go. I made plans with Sophie. I thought surely you'd be tied up with Patrick.
Pat's on duty tonight.
Oh. But you'll still go, won't you? I can call off my plans with Sophie.
Oh, no, don't be silly. Maybe Pat can find another doctor to fill in for him.
Oh, Nancy, you never needed a Patrick to go to the ballet before.
And you love somebody, Mama. You want to share what you love with them.
That's the trouble, isn't it? I mean, last night it was so clear. You felt the differences, the things that couldn't be shared.
The only thing that was clear was that Pat isn't Jewish.
He was uncomfortable.
So was I, so what? It doesn't change the rest of it.
The rest of it? What's the rest of it? You know, Nancy, you're very vague about everything that concerns the two of you, about your plans.
We don't have any plans. How could we? Yes, all right, Mama. Last night made both Pat and I very uncomfortable. It was clearer than ever that we don't have any kind of future together. Not in the traditional sense.
You discussed that?
Yes.
And Pat Ryan wants you to continue with this affair?
Pat Ryan asked that I marry him.
What?
Don't look like that, Mama. I said no.
Oh, Nancy. That must have been very painful for you. I don't want to see you hurt.
I know.
Now.
But you must be glad, too. Relieved.
I have many feelings, Nancy. And the most important one is my great sympathy for you. And also great hope.
I didn't say that Pat and I were breaking up. You understand that?
I understand. I wish I were going with you to the ballet. It would be like old times, wouldn't it?
How old was I when you first took me?
5 years old. Oh, I loved watching you watching the dancers. You'd always catch me at it.
Oh, that made me so furious. I'd look around in the dark, and there you were, looking at me, missing the show.
Oh, Nancy, Nancy, I never missed the show. And when you have children of your own, you'll know what I mean.
Right. Well, I better go return these to Dr. Cohen. Mama was pleased you thought of her, but she can't go. I would like to use one of the tickets, if that's all right.
Do. I hope you have a good time.
Thanks again.
My pleasure.
I bet the Feldmans were pleased. You gave them the tickets, didn't you?
Well, Mrs. Feldman couldn't use hers, but Nancy's going.
Oh, well, then you can go, too.
Oh, I don't think so. We didn't discuss that possibility. No.
What's to discuss?
Well, in old-fashioned terms, Nancy has been spoken for by a colleague of mine.
So, that means she can't have friends? Besides, she and Pat aren't engaged. And what's more, they never will be.
Well, that part's not my business. But Nancy's going. I'm sure she'll have a good time.
Alone? Excuse me, but you can't let her go by herself.
She's not exactly going to be alone.
Well, oh dear, you don't know what... You just set her up to feel just terrible.
I did?
Well, yeah. You didn't know, I know, but think about it. I mean, dancing was Nancy's whole life until the accident. All while she was growing up, she dreamed of being on that stage, flitting around like they do with everybody applauding. And she was really good, you know. Everybody said she could have done it. And then she got hurt, and that was the end of it. And I know for a fact that she's never been to a dance performance since. For her to go tonight is a really big step, you know. It takes a lot of courage, but I hate to think of her doing it alone.
Maybe you should take the ticket.
I would, but see, Roger and I have special plans for tonight, just the two of us. I suppose I could call him, though, and say there's...
No, don't ruin your plans. I have nothing else to do tonight. I might as well go and sit next to Nancy's seat and say hello.
It would be such a kindness.
Yeah.
What if the perfect guy for you is in LA or DC or New York City? Get ready to take a holiday, a new original reality series, all new tonight at 10 on SoapNet.